Hey girl, what's up? Yeah, I've come in to ask some questions. You know, I've noticed that your subscribers want to know a lot about you, and I'm curious to know as well, like how you grew your hair. So let's get going. Yeah, this is a good time. We can talk. You don't mind if I eat some popcorn, do you? Because you ready? Come on, let's go. Let's go.
So how long have you been natural for?
Oh, this is a great question. I get asked this a lot. I have been natural all of my life. But what I did was I, like I mentioned in my other videos, burnt the shit out of it. So I would say my hair has been, I guess, burnt free for 4.5 years now. Yeah.
So many of them would also like to know, did you big chop or did you transition? I think this is a key question many want to know.
No, funny enough, I did not big chop. That's another question people ask me a lot. I just transitioned, and by that I mean I saw the dead ends, I saw where I wanted to start, and I actually took a nice chunk away from it. I think my hair was maybe about here, and I decided once I was transitioning to just chop away. But then I decided, you know, over the years after that, it was just to trim it slowly just to get rid of the dead ends. So I think in a video I did about my natural hair journey, there is a picture where my hair is blown out, and at the very front you can see that there is damage there. And yeah, so as I was transitioning, I just trimmed away a small amount at a time. I guess I didn't want to just take the whole thing off. I wanted to be able to still style my hair in extensions or braids, you know. No, I didn't big chop at all. I just snip and transitioned. Yeah, that's what I did.
Have you ever relaxed your hair at all?
Nope, never relaxed. I think I tried it once, but it was only like the very nape of my neck. I think a friend of mine wanted to do it to her own hair, and I said, let me just have a little finger swipe and put a little bit at the back here, the kitchen. It was smoothing it out, but I decided it really wasn't for me. I'm gonna stick to my natural hair. Over the years, I've really embraced it, and that wasn't simply because of the so-called natural movement. That was just because I wanted to see what I could look after, what I could feel beautiful with, what I could embrace for myself, not because other people are out there doing it. I mean, this has always been on my head, so why shouldn't I enjoy being me and seeing what I can achieve with my own hair? And honestly, it's quite nice people giving you compliments about your hair. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm doing something, but more importantly, it makes me feel like I'm inspiring others, and that is what I want to do.
Okay, so everybody wants to know how long it took you to grow your hair this length.
To get to this length, 4.5 years, I guess, because even throughout those 4.5 years, I was doing 2 to 3 inches of cutting. What I've really done is just focus on the health of it as opposed to the length of it. A lot of people want long hair, but they don't want to do the in-between. And for me, I knew I wanted healthy hair from root to tip. And however long that took, it took. And I've mentioned this in a few of my other videos as well. Just having some patience, really. Yeah, that was my thing. Patience. And devoted enough time to looking after it as best as I can.
People are very curious to know where you are from.
I love this question. Where am I from? I always try to get people to guess, have a wild guess. Where do you think I'm from? Comment down below. Do I blow dry my hair after every wash? Not always. I think it just depends on my mood, really. And if I do blow dry my hair, it's on medium heat, but I always put a heat protectant. As I mentioned before in my natural hair journey, I never used to, but now I use a heat protection spray. So I think I'm going to talk about some products because a lot of people have asked me, what is it I use? So I do not blow dry my hair all the time after every wash day. Sometimes I let it air dry. I put it in like a stretched out style. And what I mean by that, it could be a twist in a bantu knot. It could be one of these braids overnight. and then perhaps unravel in the morning.
What about setbacks? Have you experienced any on your journey?
Oh God, yes, I've had so many setbacks. This journey is not easy, let me just tell you that now. Yes, I mentioned you need patience, but you also need perseverance, okay? This was not easy. I had setbacks in terms of trying to find the right products for myself, trying to find the right methods and routine when managing my hair. That could be daytime routine, nighttime routine, in between wash day routine, what styles to wear, what styles not to wear, how to manage my ends, how and often do I trim my ends. All of those things combined, it has helped me to figure out the best way to look after my hair and avoid as many setbacks as possible. Another thing I definitely recognize as part of a setback is your health is a big thing. It plays, if you're stressed out, you probably end up shredding more hair than normal. Products can cause you to shed more hair if you have some kind of illness or something like that can impact on your hair. So many different things go into play, and I think the best thing to do is not give up and not get too frustrated with yourself when you are experiencing setback. It's easier said than done, and I know when you're experiencing it, I have experienced it. It can be really emotional. You can get really down and think, what am I doing so wrong? What did I not do? And again, throughout this process, it's trial and error. One thing I didn't do was focus on what everyone else is doing. I took away from watching any kind of videos, reading up on any information online, what the best thing would be for myself. And what I found the best thing is to reduce just step away from being a complete product junkie to going back to basics. Strip everything back down and start from scratch. Then you'll be able to evaluate your hair in stages and step by step, what works, what does not work, as opposed to trying to just clubber everything on it, trim away this because that went a little bit funny. You're just taking your time. You're being patient and you're being reasonable. You need to have a reasonable expectation. Listen, this isn't a magic trick. This is simply finding a method that works for you and sticking with it. And don't forget, the seasons play a big role in this. Throughout the year, winter period especially, I know my scalp gets a little bit itchy, a little bit flaky, and I have to figure some shit out. In the summer periods, in the spring periods, again, everything changes, your hormone changes, everything. So you need to have perseverance and commitment and patience. Yeah.
Many have also said that you have a very interesting accent.
I would say that my accent is a regional accent. Some people will detect it and say it's, very English, perhaps it's quite posh. Others think I'm probably from Canada or I have some kind of twang. But I just say that's just something, I guess, that's just developed over the years with me. I suppose most people have a twang, especially if they're from a different country and residing in another. You can always detect something. But people have struggled to place me. Some people get it on the head and others, I just have to say, regional accent. I'm really, really enjoying this question stuff.
Why haven't you done this sooner?
I don't know, I guess I was just waiting for the right questions and you now rolled along, so you've definitely asked the questions that I know will help a lot of people out there. So perhaps you should come back next time with a few more. Oh, and let them know as well if they have any more questions to comment down below. Click the like button, subscribe, and until next time, really, stick around. Make sure you tell them that, okay? Anyway, get out of here. I want to get back to my popcorn and my film. Goodbye.